Yes. 2 years ago. All right.
Yeah, we are.
All right, I have 11 a.m. I'm going to call the meeting to order. If you have your cell phone, please mute it or turn it off so it doesn't interrupt us. Better do it myself.
Good call. What's that?
Okay, would you do a roll call, please, Becky?
I sure will. Bob Olson.
Here.
Tom Kitson.
Present.
Jack Spragstad.
Here.
Mike Copine.
Here.
Mike Zeman.
Here.
Jim Sheeline.
Here.
Tom Wilson. Nancy Naylor.
Present.
Dean Creel.
Thank you. The attendees, Jason, you got anything you want to share with us? You got anything you want to share with us?
Yep. I brought up to the Finance Committee this morning, there's a new piece of legislation, well, the big beautiful bill provides a federal tax credit to communities, individuals and communities that want to support their local schools.
Yep.
And it's an opportunity for, if the county will support a resolution, and it speaks then to Governor Pritzker, who has to approve this, but every individual in the county would be eligible to be able to give $1,700 to a tutoring program or some educational program, and it would reduce their federal income tax by the same amount, by $1,700. So instead of giving that $1,700 to the government, you could give it to a local school, but the county has to pass a resolution to support this. And I've
I like
sent
that.
the information to Becky and Jeremy and Charlie and to Jim and, Bob, you've got it through Becky.
Right.
All the information is there, but
I think we get that. And you want to go through committee with that?
it's
do
just a
that.
matter
All right.
of getting the governor has to agree to it. And we know how much the governor loves to agree with something that
Yeah,
President Trump.
something that makes sense.
And Jim's gonna go down to UCCI with us Monday. We're gonna address it down there also.
All right. Let me bring the feedback, what they say,
Yep.
and let me know there. But I mean, it's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That'd be a big benefit. Private and public schools benefit from this.
That would be good. Thank you. We'll do that. Alice?
Yes. Good morning. On Monday for county services, at that meeting, Brian Brim had not produced his zoning hearing officer report from the previous zoning hearing. That did come in Tuesday afternoons, and I have emailed it to the county board members as of yesterday evening. So I just wanted to present this to the committee and answer any questions that the board might have. According to Attorney Brim, the issue before the zoning hearing officer in this petition is the balancing of the public current use versus future use and the LaSalle factors that also must be addressed. The current use is already a mix of residential and agriculture. This map amendment would make it easier for the petitioner and future owners of the subdivided lots. There is no objection to the map amendment either at the hearing or to the zoning administrator. Elmira Township had no objection for those reasons. I recommend the map amendment changing this small strip of land from Ag 1 to R2. Any questions?
Does he know you meet on Mondays or not? Maybe?
Yes.
Okay.
It's typically Tuesday, so with
Oh,
the
yes,
holiday,
you're right.
it
Yep.
kind of threw things off.
Okay.
So
All right. All right. Thanks. Anything else?
that's all I have.
Dean, you got anything? Nancy? All right. Thank you. We'll move on then.
Can I say one thing, Bob? Before you too is the planning commission meetings. There was a little bit of a hiccup, so that was not on the agenda for county boards. So
Okay.
now you have it in front of
All right. Everybody get a chance to look at the minutes, any changes or corrections? We'll let them stand as presented. We'll go to committee chair reports. Mr. Zeman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Claims Committee, as usual, met twice. Once on October 22nd. Went through 41 claims. Added one, rejected two for a total of 40. Next meeting was November 5th. 75 claims plus 5 additional. So we went through all 80 and we passed along all 80 for county board approval. That's my report.
When you rejected them, they didn't have the information there.
Mainly it's invoice and their lack of invoice.
Okay.
Not enough information. And usually a phone call fixes.
You were gonna go through the credit cards. Did you go through that?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, we're talking about changing that the claims committee will not see not only the ones over 1,000, but all,
Okay,
because they're the problem child.
yep.
So-
You can still review them even though they're already paid.
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
that's a good idea.
Okay.
Any questions or comments? Thanks, Mike. The Krogstad.
Okay, county services met last Tuesday. A lot of the department head reports are in your packet there. Just want to highlight a couple things. There's a motor fuel appropriation funds that need to go to the full board that will send their, Dave has put down. Apparently, this is generated by the motor fuel tax collected by the state of Illinois, and apparently the funds that we're getting is normal, and it's not going to Chicago MTD at this moment. But I thought that we were going to be missing out of it, but he says, nope, not at this moment. The state is using some sales tax money to help feed the Chicago MTD. Also, there's a zoning report. I want people to take a look at Alice's report. Near the end of her report, she talks about the veto sessions that changed some things that had to do with zoning. And she kind of broke it down a little bit. We all got emails, I think, from UCCI. I believe everybody gets that, but she kind of broke it down to some of the things that affect zoning. Some of those.
Yep.
Some of those changes affect negatively to Lee County. And Alice, would you have an opportunity to kind of, if you still here, could you just kind of recap some of the negative stuff if you have your notes in front of you?
I don't, but one of the big things that is going to affect us is the limitation on the permit fee that we will be able to capture from companies moving forward. At this time, I believe it is capped at 75,000 for a building permit fee per project, which is significantly less than what we are receiving right now. One of the other big changes is they created standards for standalone battery energy storage systems. So assuming this gets passed, the county will have 120 days to enact these new requirements, or we could face the similar penalties as back in 2003 when the state enacted the wind and solar siting standards.
And they did remove the monetarium. Am I saying it right?
Moratorium?
Okay, so I missed a letter in there. So they removed for nuclear plants, but no subsidies going towards those nuclear plants. So even though that provides much more energy than solar and wind does, they are still providing subsidies for that. Anyway, so that's my dig there. Election department, Nancy kind of gave us a report, and I did the math, and we're missing District 4. We had 3 petitions, open seats for District 4, and there was only 2. So Nancy, can you explain a little bit what needs to happen for that? Or what could happen?
Yeah, what could happen? So County Board 4, there was 3 full terms. We only had 2 people that filed petitions for that, which was Michael Book and Kevin Lally. So that means there is 1 full term that is open. So if somebody wanted to proceed as a write-in, they would file that paperwork in my office on January 15th. And then once the primary hits and there's not a write-in, somebody could run as an independent. Again, that position, if you ran as an independent, we don't have those figures quite yet, but you're talking hundreds of signatures that an independent needs. After the primary, also, the Democrat Party could slate. Right now, they could slate 3 because there is not 1 Democrat. And then the Republican Party could slate 1 because 2 Republicans are running for that. So there's
All right, thank you.
some,
Go ahead. I mean,
go ahead.
I was just going to say, thank you for that. Unless I might have cut you off. I don't know if you had anything else.
No, no,
Okay.
that was it.
Yep.
Any
All right.
questions, you can
Go ahead.
see the election office.
What was the status of the other 3 districts?
Okay.
Curiosity.
County Board 4, we had 2 full terms and we had 2 Democrats and 1 Republican run for County Board 3. Excuse me, 2 Republicans, Jason Anderson and Tom Wilson, and then we had 2 Democrats run in County Board 3. County Board 2, there was 2 full terms and 1 2-year expired term. And so Ryan Rod ran for the 2-year expired term. And then we have Ally Huss that ran and a new gentleman, Denny Gozinski, I believe how you pronounce his name. And County Board 1, there was 3 full terms and we had 3 Republicans. We had Derek Humphrey, Robert Olson, and Chris Robinson is running in County Board 1.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And that's all I have for
I
county
think-
services.
I think Jeremy, you had something about that. Was that a House bill or Senate bill? Which bill was that?
Talking about the pool and spa one?
Yeah, the pool and spa, yes. Isn't that
The
something?
one that the energy omnibus slid under?
Yep. So what was the regulations for commercial solar? Wasn't it different than what you stated or what?
I think, I think there was a split between how that's broken out. There's the 2 fee structures. One is the building permit, and then there's the planning fees, where they're capping that out. I think one's at 150 or 125, and then the other one's 75. So there's a little bit of a breakout there.
All right. Any questions for Jack? All right, move on, Mr. Gopine.
Thank you, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Public Safety met October 14th. A little light on show up for department heads, but we heard from Animal Control, Circuit Clerk, and Probation. Sheriff gave a short report. He kind of lost track of time and he'll have a double report next month. State's Attorney has been indicated that an Assistant State's Attorney is going to be changing from the Assistant State's Attorney to a Public Defender's position. It's the only change that we had there. That was passed on to this committee, of Public Safety. And other than that, Mr. Hudson reported from Northwest Illinois Criminal Justice. Other than that, that's all I have.
Any questions or comments for Mike? Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
Facilities and Maintenance, Mr. Friel.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We met Monday, November 10th at 3 PM. Eric went over his report. They're hopefully going to get a drawing of the new retaining wall in the next couple of weeks. They've done Christmas decorations and a variety of other things, and also the building official has the new codes and stuff on his computer if somebody wants to stop by and take a look at them or whatever. So, and everything's in the computer. Any questions?
Questions or comments? Tommy, anything to add to that or good? All right. Mr. Sheeline, Finance.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Finance Committee met this morning. The financials are monthly financials in your packet. But the only thing to comment, Reed gave the report that we're on track and that we should everything's coming in pretty much as budget and non-budget. So it was a little bit of fun to remind department heads that doesn't mean we run out and buy something crazy at the end of the year. Other than that, as far as revenues go, the landfill and the income tax, sales tax is tracking, right on target. So that was that. We didn't have any Joseph Meyer reports as far as things coming before this. They'll go on. We have the County Finance Committee budget schedule. And there was the department heads adjustment request for fiscal year 2025. This is two resolutions that'll come, need to be approved by the full board. And that is just has to do, it's more of a housekeeping thing rather than a true adjustment. It's simply moving grant money that it's an in and out and move that into our full general finances. And that way there's not footnotes in the audit. And this has been initiated by Reed. So that's what that is. And other than that, we did have a discussion in regards to, I think several months ago, we Paul had brought in a discussion in regards to changes for the employees' IMRF contributions, move their health insurance premiums from where right now it's a post-tax reporting to a pre-tax. And this is actually going to be, or do I have that backwards, Jeremy? I do. Okay, I'm good. I have that turned around. But it's a benefit to our employees. Cost that we calculated to the county is roughly about $40,000. But it's the way it should be done. So we directed Reed to prepare a resolution. So and IMRF actually has a resolution for this very thing.
Format.
So we're going to talk about that next month and probably present it to the board next month. That's all I've got. Thank you.
Would we be better off to bring that because we turn over our fiscal year December 1st?
Because IMRF is on a calendar year.
Okay, very
It's
good. Yep.
Yep. So we.
It's actually timely.
Yeah, we have the resolution ready to go, but we're going to bring it forward in December.
Yep. I was just thinking it'd be nice to start the year out right.
Yep.
I didn't realize that.
Yep.
Any questions or comments for Mr. Sheeline? Thanks, Jim.
Yep.
Sheriff, it doesn't have a report. There's, Mike mentioned, so administrative report. Jeremy?
The only thing I really want to mention is, and I mentioned it during county services, myself and a contingent of staff members as well as board members had worked on our broadband initiative for the better part of a year and a half. We are seeing all that come to fruition where we did have, I think, 6 internet service provider awardees that had been awarded through BEAD funding through the state. One of them, the largest funding project is Surf Broadband with their project investment here is going to be around $13.5 million. Myself, Dave Anderson, and Mr. Chairman will be meeting with Surf next week to really understand what their project looks like, talk about the positives and negative impacts that we need to look into in advance, specifically with, buried infrastructure and things like that. So again, it's a great thing to have a connected county. And we're looking forward to seeing how that progresses.
What's the chances of charging them a franchise fee?
We will work through that.
All right. We do with, all right. Any questions or comments? Jeremy? Good. All right. Thanks, Jeremy. I got no unfinished business. I have no unfinished business. New business, is there a motion for a schedule of board meetings? Are we good with that though, Becky? Unless we change things, you still want to go through with that, or do we have to do that this month? All right. Yeah. We approve them. All right, is there a resolution to approve the scheduled regular meeting dates for fiscal year 2026? Nancy moves, Tom seconds it. Any discussion? If none, all those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. We have committee restructuring with Jack Scrogstead. I asked Jack to get a group together and they've been tossing around, I guess, better ways of doing this.
You can pass that around to everybody. So, like Chairman Olson said, is he tapped Mr. Norberg and myself to put together a committee. So I reached out to Ms. Naylor, Mr. Hudson, and Ms. Huss. We met several different times. about the possibility of putting a committee consolidation together. And we kind of had some lengthy discussions. We weren't all in agreement, but like good people do is we come to an agreement. So I just passed out to you. I originally had this typed up for Mr. Chairman Olson to read. But so I'm going to just kind of go through it a little bit. But I'm introducing a topic for discussion and consideration. Over the last several months, thoughts and research has been given to the consolidation of county services, public safety, and facilities and maintenance. These three committees oversee services and operations of Lee County. It has come to the conclusion that a combined committee would benefit Lee County. There's motivating factors over this. Over the past year, several committees have consistently had brief meetings and light agendas. At the same time, it has been noticed there's a significant amount of overlap in topic, staff time, administrative work necessary to support each meeting. And exploring and streamlined committee structures, the following facts are recognized. The county administrator, state's attorney, IT department, and representatives and board secretary currently attend all three meetings back to back. County services tends to run nearly an hour due to regular action items. Public safety and facilities maintenance typically run about 15 minutes. Lee County is always continuing looking for ways to streamline efficiency. Now, before I go any further, it was mentioned to me, what do other counties do? So what I did was surrounding counties, I looked at their agendas and their committee structures and their dates, and similar counties to our size, what they do. Well, just how we do things right now, we're totally different than everybody. And I had a member tell me that they've been to other county board meetings and we are very professional and organized county compared to the ones that they have been to. So I'm very proud of this board and how we do things, and very professional. And I want to think that with the help of Jeremy, Becky, our HR person and our IT people, they do an extremely good job and keeping us on topic and at task. So I just wanted to say that on top of that. So that's why the packet of information you have has nothing to do with other counties, because one county, they start their meeting at 8 o'clock and their last meeting's at 4 in the afternoon. They go all day. They're a mix of people and they all have different departments or different committee structures and how they do things. So
Fulton County.
I wasn't going to say out loud what county that is, but that was one of them. Yeah. So with that, I'm going to continue on. Leadership, the combined committees will be presided over by a chair. County service, public safety, and maintenance will have a meeting leader for their respective emphasis. This was kind of added in there. Liaison was not a word that was used, but maybe a leader for that particular group of within that committee. The strength, staff coordination, again, like I said, the county administrator, state's attorney, IT department, and board secretary currently attend all meetings, so they're all together working as one. A combined meeting means less redundancy. We're not doing it over and over again, seeing the same thing. And then what is nice about it is all departments that come to this meeting, yes, it might be an hour, it might be an hour and a half, but all department meetings, the animal control will see what's going on in all these other different departments that might not necessarily be going on. The zoning will know what the sheriff's department and vice versa. So they'll all have an idea on what's going on. And but not only that, the public could attend one meeting. Not that they come here and listen to it, but they can go on Zoom or YouTube and watch one meeting and get an idea of what's going on throughout the county instead of having to click on different things. I think the news media, not that they attend anything, but they have one place to go to get what's going on in the county. in one particular meeting. So on the other pages that I have what our committees look like right now in a graph. And then I kind of did some paint shop stuff and I kind of what it would look like. So that's kind of like what we kind of came up with. So it's just a discussion. So I'm just, you know, if, and like I don't think I had it in my notes here. But of the three committees, there's currently 11 committee board chair or board persons. Is in my, you know, board members are on 3 of these committees. And so to put 11 on one committee, that would be a quorum for the county board. I didn't realize that when we were discussing that. So if we were to make it a little higher, I think our rules say that we can only have 7 in a committee structure. I know we have 9 for executive. So, you know, that decision is kind of up to the chair and this, you know, these people, how many we would have for that particular committee structure. But that's all I have.
So I want open discussion on this. What's everybody's thoughts? You know, it seems like we're zooming through meetings really fast and, you know, I don't want to waste anybody's time, but I don't want anything to get passed by zooming through. I mean, go around the room. Tom, what's your thoughts?
I don't think it's a bad plan. Jack, when you say there's 11 people, so you would reduce that to 7.
If we took that 11, you know, and you know, there's 3 people on this board right now that won't be with us, you know, in the next term, you know, coming around. So, yeah, it would be, we could bring it down to 7, but if we brought it to 9, we would have to make a resolution to update that. So that would be.
Well, what I'm thinking is, would you then take those extra people and disperse them over finance and?
You technically could.
Okay.
You know, I don't know what some of those other committees, what they are, you know, but yeah, you could.
Because those 3 people will be replaced.
Sure. I mean, we want to
No,
give people an opportunity to serve if that's the case. Mhm.
I think it's a good idea, but I'd like to see robustness to the meeting where we've
Yeah.
asked Jeremy to try and get our department heads here. And those things are important that we can won't really know what's going on in those meetings.
What do you think, Tom? What's your thoughts?
Yeah, in my life. I have no problem with it. I also don't have any ambition to sit in a 2-hour meeting every month either. I'm a businessman. I do a lot of stuff. I gotta get in and out of here as quickly as I can, give as much as I can to the county and get down the road.
That's,
So for me, I'm not interested in, I mean, it's great that we restructure this and do whatever, but bottom line is I don't look forward to sitting here for 2 hours, going through stuff that I like to give what I can give to the county. I don't know, I guess.
I think that's important. I think that was one of the things too, is that we don't want it to go very long. You know.
Anything over an hour, nobody. pays
Yeah,
attention.
you know, exactly. You know, and I think, you know, in my committee, we have people that provide great reports, you know, and maybe have them highlight their reports, you know, rather than reading the whole entire document, is a good thing. But, you know, this is their time for them to brag on their employees too, you know, in my opinion. So.
Yeah.
So Jack, I appreciate you doing the work and putting this and having this discussion. My only comment is from finance is that I would have no problem. I mean, in our committee structure, I would have no problem absorbing more people. You know, finance, everything flows through finance. And, you know, from the budget process and the month-to-month activities, that's where, you know, you really learn where how it all comes together, of what you know, you call the County Services Committee does. So what, you know, from finance perspective, I think it's fine that you combine those and And have, because that, you know, that stuff flows into finance regardless. The one thing when we redid this last time and we created claims, and there's actually in your graph, the way finances, there should be a dotted line between finance, and I'm nitpicking here, but it's important.
I
Because
probably
there's
created a
there
line
should-
rather than a dot.
Yeah, there should be a dotted line between finance and claims.
Sure, sure.
Because as it looks here, you know, it looks
Mhm.
like claims is kind of its own thing, but we have an interlocking person that serves both on claims and on finance. And if there are items that is necessary to be brought before the finance committee, you know, Nancy's there or her successor, whoever is communicating. So it's communication. I want everybody to understand that there's communication between claims and finance, and that's an important point. So other than that, the structure is fine. I'm always willing to look to streamlining, and there's my comments.
Well, I think like Tom's position is facility maintenance, he should be on finance because he's spending most of our money over there, you know, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, the negotiation team needs to be on there as well, so. Yeah.
And
Nancy,
just,
what's your-
just to throw another note in here too, is I struggle in the county services to have a quorum. I always have to pull somebody from the audience, a board member that's attending, to make my quorum. So if we had 9, you would only need 5 to make a quorum. So I think having a quorum, I think would be easier, you know, if you had, you know, a larger amount of people. So.
Nancy, what's your thoughts?
Well, I served on the committee. Sorry.
I got it. You're good.
I served on the committee, so it was part of this. And I will say that in the very beginning, it was very divided. It was very much a house divided about doing this and to do it the right way. I mean, it was really important to make sure that everyone was respected as far as what their abilities were, and that the right people were on the right committee and had brought the right things, their own wheelhouse to the committee. So that in itself, I think that at the end of the day, I think that the group that finally came to this came with nothing but the best use of people's time and also the efficiency of the board, and to make sure that the information was properly disseminated to each and every one of the other committees. So I think we came up with the best we could do as a group of, 5, Jack? And again, I think it's open for a lot of discussion because there are other people at the table that have different thoughts and see things from a different lens. And I would appreciate seeing that as well. Thank you.
I kind of like the liaison, or what'd you call them, but, so you'd have, you know, Dave Anderson would have somebody that he'd work with. He's got issues and they could bring that to the board, where Dave could too, and maintenance and veterans zoning, so I don't know. Dean, what's your thoughts?
I've got no problem with it. And Jack just mentioned this. The only thing I was wondering is if you increase the size of the committees. I mean, let's face it, we've got some members that are at every meeting. There are a lot of members that don't show up. So I'm just afraid you might have an instance where you're not going to have enough members to
Have a quorum?
reach a quorum.
That's a legitimate concern, so. All right.
It was mentioned too that, you know, somebody might not want to pay attention to the meeting because they know there's so many, they could skip it because they know there's so many that could show up. But you get below 5, then you don't have a quorum.
Yeah, I just want good discussion on all the topics. Mike, what's your thoughts?
I'm not opposed to change or improvement. I don't think there's been a major issue or a problem as far as not having a quorum for a committee, because generally there's enough other people attending that particular meeting and they can always call on that person if they need somebody extra. I can't say too much as far as the side of public safety, because 2/3 of the people that are under public safety don't even show up.
Yeah.
So, and I agree with Tom. If you come in and sit for 2 hours,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, that's almost too long. All right. Mike?
Yeah, good information here. From a claims committee aspect, as we know from previous, claims within the committee took a long time.
Was.
This really shortened it.
Yeah.
And I'm really happy to see that. Jim's dotted line thing, I agree with that. We should meet twice a month like we do now because of the way the county treasurer cuts checks. So almost, you can't really change that without affecting efficiency. So I think, that's okay. From a personal aspect, my main concern is people who work
Yeah.
a day job.
Yep.
And I'm going to pick on Ryan Rod. He works.
Yep.
Could he get off
Yeah.
knowing every second Tuesday to call his boss and, can I get off?
Yeah.
And that's people that a lot of us can,
Yeah. Make time.
get off, make time, except for Tommy, he can never make. But you're here now,
You gotta make a living.
No, that's-
Don't apologize.
I'm
You
not
are-
picking.
You are the one of us who's really full-time.
Full-time, yeah.
Tom, you
I
bring
mean,
a
everybody has
lot, you
something
bring
to
a
do,
lot to
but-
this board. You bring a
Right,
lot
yeah.
to this board and I appreciate what you provide for us. So.
So in generalization, I'd say anything you can do to streamline. Yeah,
Yeah, I
go
just,
for it.
I thank Jack and the committee for bringing this and, we'll tweak it. I'll work with Jeremy a little bit on this and see, we'll bring it back next month and see where we're at with it.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
is it out of order for me to make a comment?
Nope, not at all.
One of the things that I'd experienced in the private sector is when we were, the city of Rochelle has a huge number of people that run a variety of agencies and departments. And we were trying to meet twice a month. And when you looked at 17 people and the 2.5 hours each meeting took to get 17 people to have input, and you start to put the numbers to it,
Yep.
the amount of money and staff time that's being utilized, where about 75 to 90% of each item talked about had nothing to do with 15 of the other people in the room. It just makes a lot of sense to do what you're proposing to do. When you think of the staff time that's dedicated, Jeremy's time, Becky's time, all the other department heads' time, anything you can do to reduce that time, they have now time to do other things that I think are probably more productive than to be in so many meetings. So by consolidation, I think staff time is something you really need to think about. And the value of letting them be in places other than, not that they don't bring value to the meeting, but less meetings and more ability to do other things, I think the county benefits.
That was one of the driving forces behind this. Charlie, sits over here, Jeremy, and I mean, Becky's doing minutes all the time, so we're trying to streamline it, make it so they can concentrate on their day jobs. So, all right. Well, thanks, and we'll study it some more and work with it, tweak it a little bit, and we'll come back next month. So we'll move on. I got 5 raffle reports this month. If there's no objection, I'd like to entertain a motion to do all 5 at once.
So moved.
Mike moves and Nancy seconds that motion. Any discussion? If none, all those in favor of doing all 5 at once, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Now I'm going to read the 5. Is there a motion to put Sauk Valley Pride, Walton Fest, 9/20 drawing, September 20 drawing, Walton Fest meat bundle, looks like August 4th drawing, Walton Fest meat bundle, September 8th drawing, and Walton Fest meat bundle, October 7th. Drawing reports on file with the county. Is there a motion? Mr. Kitson moves, Mr. Copine seconds it. Any discussion, putting these on file? If none, all those in favor, put them on file with the county, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. There's a per diem report for county board approval, just informational only. If you want to take a look at it. I'm going to move down to executive session. Is there a motion to enter an executive session at, looks like 11:40 for the purpose of discussing 5 ILSCS 120/2C1 personnel. Mr. Wilson moves, Mr. Kitson seconds it. Got to do a roll call vote, I'm sure.
Bob Olson,
Yes.
Tom Kitson,
Yes.
Jack Scrugstead,
Yes.
Mike Copine,
Yes.
Mike Zeman,
Yes.
Jim Sheeline, Tom Wilson,
Yes. Yes.
Nancy Naylor.
Yes.
Dean Friel.
Yes.
Thank you.
Let's prorate your per diem then.
Bob Olson,
Yes.
Tom Kitson,
Yes.
Jack Scroggstead,
Yes.
Mike O'Keen,
Yes.
Mike Zeman.
Yes.
Jim Sheeline,
Yes.
Tom Wilson,
Yes.
Nancy Naylor,
Yes.
Dean Friel.
Yes.
Yeah, that was, yeah. All right. Now we go on to the November 20th County Board agenda items. So we'll start out, we'll go A through D. On E, we got board chair announcements. I'll announce that, why I'm doing this is they're gonna have fourth floor open house on Wednesday, December 3rd, 3 to 4:30. And that's to showcase with the changes up there. Tom, is that what's going on? Jackie's having the open house up there?
Jackie's got an open house. She's bringing in the main judge from, the state of Illinois. To come up and go through it. They just got done painting all the door frames and all the stuff that's been done up there, but they're having that, chief justice or whatever come out from the state of Illinois to go through the building. And
Cool.
she's very excited. December 3rd.
Wednesday, December 3rd,
Yeah.
3 to 4:30. And maybe Becky will send us a reminder on text message that day, so. Okay. All right, we'll keep going. Approval of board amendments, of course, no Joseph Meyer resolutions. So do we even need that on the agenda if there's none, or? Right, so you don't forget it later. All right, we got zoning and planning. We got one petition. We're waiting on, we got the recommendation, right? So, all right. We got two petitions coming from the planning commission, or three commissions. All right, administrator monthly update, board member comments, public comments. Carla Belzer's coming to do her quarterly report. Do we need quarterly reports from her, or can we go to, I mean, is that getting too much, or? No, she's got good information. I'm just asking sometimes, you know. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, she's good. Yep. Of course, the reports of committee, unfinished business, we got the draft budget, the levy. New business, we got the motor fuel tax appropriation that Jack talked about. Resolution, the zoning officer hearing meeting dates. Resolution for regional planning commission meeting dates. Resolution for county board schedule of regular meeting dates. Budget adjustment for the state's attorney. And budget adjustments for circuit clerk. Is that the only budget adjustments you're gonna have, or?
No, it's two. Jeremy, these listed up, these budget adjustment, those are what we took care of in.
In finance, yep.
Yeah, in finance.
Correct.
And they're, okay, I
Yep.
just want to make
Do we
sure.
need-
So what so this has to do with the grants
Okay.
that is for
Oh.
those two departments, and
Yep.
this is just a cleanup for Reed in order not to have those listed out in the audit.
Do you want a budget adjustment also on here in case something comes up between now and then? Do we have to vote on it, or?
Where'd Reed go? I don't think so. Yeah, it'd be too late anyway. No, the guys are real confident that we're good, that we won't need to
Okay.
do any adjustments.
Okay. Yep. I have no appointments so far, Becky?
So I'm sorry, back up. Am I taking that off then?
Nope,
Leaving it on? Thank you.
sorry. No appointments, executive session, leave that on there. Approval of county officer reports, roll call. And the others, approval of board amendments, all of them. Do I have a motion to approve the proposed county board agenda? Mr. Kitson moves, Mr. Wilson seconds it. Any discussion? If none, all those in favor of the agenda signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Need a motion to adjourn, Mr. Wilson and Mr. Copine. All those